The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Johnny, I've misbehaved. I need to be punished. But remember, every time you look in the mirror, you'll see my face.
Hello everybody, and a very warm welcome to episode number 9 of series 4 of What's the Script, the quintessentially Scottish movie review and comedy podcast. Obviously, comedy is used rather loosely. Obviously, as always, with me, my big mucker on his Jack Jones, as the t-shirt suggests. Chris, how are you?
Yes, I'm tickety-boo, still recovering.
Yes, tickety-boo. Pinkies out, everybody. Pinkies out, monocles in.
Aye, mate, I can't complain. Things are looking up. Defending the galaxy about 4 nights now, so it's all going well, mate.
Yeah, you're playing that game, aren't you?
Yeah, Helldivers 2. The addiction is real, by the way. It's real.
It's the addiction's real. So, aye, for everybody that's listeners to the show, but aren't in our group chats, Chris got a PS5 last week because he is 13 years old and
Yes.
was due it, you know what I mean?
You have to feed the inner
child. I will, aye.
child.
Aye, inner child. Couldn't play a game of football then. See how that inner child's fucking last 90 minutes. Still kicking the ball, mate. You still kicking the ball. Oh.
Any of you hear that creaking noise? That's me, lads. Carry on.
Aye. That was my knees there. I bent down to pick the bottle for a shy. So, aye, once again, always thank you everybody for tuning in. Thanks to Quaint for providing our title music. As always, check them out on Spotify. And just going to ask you, mate, before, well, obviously you can find us. Where can you find us, Chris? Everywhere, can't you, mate? Anywhere near us?
Everywhere, anywhere, aye. And all the socials, anywhere you go to listening to audio things. And we're in the bark of every tree. We're in the wag of every dog's tail.
We are the sapiens. The bark of every tree. Jesus, that's a fucking belter. I wasn't expecting that. I was going to say, we're underneath the keys of a 1993 keyboard. When you fucking take them out to clean it, all that. I like the bark of the tree better. So apart from the PS5, mate, what's been taking your ocular devices' attention this week?
Oh, aye, mate. Again, we went into a deep dive of just nonsense, mate. It's obviously watched Face Off. I watched Bad Lieutenant. Well, I watched the first Bad Lieutenant, and then I watched the remake because Nicolas Cage was in it. I think Val Kilmer's in that as well, I think.
I've seen it.
I watched all the Rockies. Went on a mad Rocky fest, know what I mean? I skipped 5. I couldn't bring myself to watch 5. I just went.
You can't know, man. You need to put yourself through that pain. You need to.
I did. Nah. I just had to be. I couldn't be bothered with it. It wasn't that I couldn't be bothered with it. I couldn't be bothered with young Sage. I couldn't be bothered with him. And that fucking eating. Oh.
It's not the boys' fault. The boy's no longer with us. I know it's no good, isn't it? No, it was. We talked about it last week. It was the
Aye. It's
worst
not so
of the
happy.
five. It's no so happy, no, mate. It's no good people. It's one of the ones I think Stallone just threw together while I was sitting on the toilet. Do you know what I mean? Just to finish it off, and didn't work. Didn't work for a lot of people. Didn't work for me, definitely. Good stuff, mate. But I've never seen
How about
that film.
yourself?
Talk about myself. I'm on. I've only got 396 episodes of Voyager to go. I think I'm series 4 of 7. So that's 7 of 9's in it, but it's nice. It's good. It's good watching her tape something down with her skin tight bodysuit on that, you know. But I watched a couple of films I've not seen before. Older films. I watched 3 Days Later. Eliza Banks and Russell Crowe. That was good. It's on Netflix. It's about his wife getting wrongly accused of murder, getting jailed, and
Oh,
trying to
no, that's
get
good.
her
That
out.
aye.
So he devises a plan to get in with the badges and get the passports and rescue her and take her away and all that. So bloody good, bloody good. And then I watched Moneyball. Brad Pitt about
Aye.
the Oakland A's
Aye.
2002 team that went on the biggest winning run ever through this wee mathematician played by Jonah Hill.
Aye.
Like getting also rans and looking older players and stuff, which was good. It could have been better, but you know what I mean. It didn't really come to much. It didn't embellish a lot on stuff. It was all right. It was good. It was just weird to see Chris Pratt in something with two chins, man.
Aye. He's like a throwback in it.
Pre Guardians of the Galaxy. It was 2010. Brad Pitt was good, really good. Jonah Hill was all right. And what do you call it? It's deed. Philip Seymour Hoffman, he was a coach. He's always good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In between takes when he was shooting up smack.
For fuck's sake.
Oh, just that's a wrap. Ain't bother, mate. Keep the mouse away for the door, know what I mean?
Oh,
you're
fuck's sake.
gonna have a nasty spill, big man. Sure enough. But apart from that, mate, watched Face Off a couple of times. And that's it. That's it, really. Not been taking into anything else. Not been to the cinema. I've reneged. I've gave up my card for the cinema. Not been in
Aye.
5-6 months. So I'll get back to that when I'm in my 60s and the boys are fucking out working and that.
Aye. I keep looking to see if there's anything I want to go see, and see apart from when Dune 2 comes out, there's not much there. So
How long did it take you to sit through June 1? I can't do it. I've put it on 5 times. I think you just need to be, I don't know, full of speed or something, or Pro Plus to tune right into it, man, because after 10 minutes I'm like, I'm tired.
aye. It's visually it's a big spectacle, but it's a bit lacking engaging. Know what I mean? Like keep you focused on stuff, but hey ho.
Remember the original? The original was good,
Aye.
but I didn't take in, I don't remember characters and factions and what the war's about and all that stuff. So I'll get through it and I'll probably love it once a day, but I just so you're right, the cinema's pish, mate. I'm just geared up for next year, really. For my Superman coming back, which I so hope was going to be everything it's promised to be. I really do, but that's a way down the line. Shout outs and mentions as always to our homeboys at the Seismic and Diabolical and the like, and the Wreckfest boys who I had a wee message to last night just to say, look, life is hard. We'll get this fucking collab done in a month or two when shit calms down, because me and Chris are having to postpone stuff, man. They just do
Aye.
this. And never sounded a pound about it. They're looking forward to it. We'll do it one day.
Aye.
But that's about it.
Aye.
People.
So that's us all caught up with current events.
So caught up.
Apart from the
So-
impending war, but aye.
Oh, that's been put in the back burner, hasn't it? Obviously, because I'm not even talking about politics and that. We'll stay off of that shit. Right, mate, you picked a classic 1996 action fest John Woo movie, Face Off. Tell the people why.
Well, I had a right hankering for good old 90s cool guy action, and this ticks every box.
You
Although,
enjoy a hankering, didn't you?
although the story is a wee bit far-fetched, it's tremendous. Know what I mean? It's as far as for me anyway, the acting in it's good, the actions in it's good. Apparently there's absolutely no CGI in the film, which is good considering some of the stunts that are done. So aye, like I say, it ticks all the boxes.
As mate, as we've said back and forth for the last couple of days, that's what I say to you. Most of my notes end with very, very cool. Very, very cool. This bit, very, very cool. And it so is, mate. You're spot on as well about the CGI. And I think that pure lens to the film, because everything's practical effects. Right down to the face. Oh, but no, that's just smashing. But for anybody that's not seen this, quick synopsis that I've rewritten, because the synopsises online are shite. They're very
Aye.
like one half a paragraph. So I'll tell you the full well, not the full story, obviously. We're here fucking
Dies
day.
at the end. Like what?
Man tries to kill someone with an anchor. It's fucking mental. Psychotic criminal Castor Troy plants a time bomb that will decimate Los Angeles. When he's arrested in an unconscious and near-death state, FBI agent Sean Archer volunteers to take Castor's face via plastic surgery in order to find the bomb. All the while, the faceless Troy regains consciousness and takes Archer's face and identity, causing all manner of chaos in the process and eliminating everyone who knows who Sean Archer actually is. And the rest we will talk about now.
Dun, dun, dun. But aye, that's it in a nutshell there.
No, we've already said this. This is me in a nutshell. Hey, I'm in a nutshell. What am I doing in this bloody great big nutshell? Get me out of this nutshell. We'll do Wayne's World one day. Definitely.
Aye. But as well, there's a couple of shocking parts as you'll find out with researching this, aren't you? But it's the whole face swap thing is it's a bit of a reach. But
Aye. But having said that, mate, you're only 12 and 4, what's that? 16 years after the first human face transplant.
aye. I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm trying to rationalise it myself, but like, especially let's see when it's in the prison and they've got these boots that are magnetised. So I'm kind of wondering if there is a bit of advancement in particular things. Know what I mean? But it's still kind of set in like reality. Know what I mean?
Aye. 1996. But it could be, without saying, like a wee 20 years in the future or that, because we're getting a real
Aye. Know what I mean? Because it's just
thing with it.
like the whole prison's a magnet. Know what I mean? And they mad boots. It's
How
like
good an idea is that? But
aye.
Yeah.
100%.
great idea. Button pressed, stop where you are. Know what I mean? Excellent.
Aye. And it's just the whole fact is I'm kind of leaning on that. See that prison? The fact that it's out in the middle of the water. Know what I mean? It's like it's more advanced than what your normal prisons would be in '96. Know what I mean? So that's what I'm kind of. Maybe it's just not implied that it's a bit into the future, but know what I mean?
You know what it is? It's more secure than your normal prison. I think there should. I think prisons should just be built out at sea.
What
Know what I mean?
oil rigs?
Aye,
That's
just
okay. We could
never.
potentially create
Nobody's escaping
pirates.
from none of them. Aye.
Aye, true. Aye. No, it's just aye, but back to the whole face lifting thing, it's the far reaching part of this film, but it was necessary to get what we got, obviously. Know what I mean? To get you a change to just a cop and a criminal going up against each other, know what I mean?
Oh, it was brilliant. You're right. If you look at it in that time frame, you know, it's a wee bit far fetched. I grant you, but it's a fucking movie, and you're right as well. It's without it, we wouldn't have such a brilliantly written story, such a great plot, such great scenes, and two of the best acting performances I can think of in the one film
Aye.
at the one time.
It's not actually this fucking film anyway. Apparently, it was wrote in 1991, and I think
Really?
Warner Brothers they got the script, bought the script, kept it, didn't make the film, and then I think it was like, is it Paramount or something? It's Paramount that made this, wasn't it? They bought it. They had it for like another 2-3 years before they end up making it, and I'm going,
Aye.
you had this film since 1991, and the shit in between that you actually made, like, oh,
That kind of makes sense as to all of the double acts that were discussed
aye,
before they finally settled on Cage and Travolta. Mate, I couldn't get my. Some of these are tremendous, by the way, aren't they? Name a couple of the duos, mate. You go, and I'll do a couple after you.
well, the first one that I think the film was originally intended for them in mind was Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, which, given the way this film is, I don't know if it would have worked. It would have had to have just went Commando versus Rambo. You know what I mean? It would have just had to have been all out war.
It would have been impossible for the synopsis of the film because for all they can augment hair and teeth and jaw lines and stuff, you can't put height or shrink somebody. You know what I mean? So, but apparently the only thing that poo-pooed that was the actors themselves because that was the height of their kind of rivalry at that time. They were in cahoots to be the biggest action star and they had no time for one another in the same film. Do you know what I mean? But it's quite funny how they end up in Escape Plan 20 odd years later. And,
I know, mate. It's like there was always that thing out there how Pacino and De Niro never really worked in a film together. Know what I mean? And it was kind of the same with they two. You never go to it until Escape Plan, and you were like, well, you kind of go to it in Expendables, didn't you? But it was only like a cameo for Big Arnie. That's a cop out. But the other one I thought would have been interesting was Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford.
That's the one out of them all that I just couldn't see. I couldn't see the two of them changing their actor thing about.
Aye, just try to learn each other's mannerisms. But Zero too, who do you think would have been Castor then?
Aye, that's an interesting one. I've not even thought about that for all of these double acts. I don't know who would be who, but that's a fucking podcast itself. Who'd be the maniac? Don't know. The two of them are kind of straight faced, and they've never played that at all. So,
aye,
good question. That,
but
mate.
I thought Michael Douglas ended up. He was offered it, and knocked it back, but eventually became a producer on it. You know what I mean? So
That was wild, wasn't it?
interested enough to stay part of it.
Aye, I went to executive producer, so kudos for him for seeing that coming. Any other ones you want to mention, mate?
No, mate, no, you fire on, mate. You know other ones.
So we had Bruce Willis and Alec Baldwin, who funnily enough ended up on Thing Me Rising, what do you call it? With the autistic boy and stuff, and they were loggerheads on
Mercury
that.
Rising.
Mercury Rising, that's it. Brilliant film, love it. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal. Maybe they'd have been worse than Michael Douglas and Harrison Ford.
That would have been a Razzie waiting to happen.
Jesus Christ,
Just
imagine
man,
him.
Steven Seagal going,
Jean-Claude doing his fucking on the beach from the campfire dance. No, they're bad enough trying to act, never mind to react to somebody else.
Oh,
Yeah. Denzel Washington, Wesley Snipes. That's probably who would do it if it was made today.
aye.
Yeah. And you mentioned them earlier, mate. De Niro, Pacino.
Aye.
I'm going home and fuck your wife. She's got a great ass.
Man, fucking De Niro like that. I'm Archer.
Aye.
Watching you, fucker. Watching you.
Oh, brilliant. But there you go, folks. Do you know that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different pairings.
Aye.
6 totally different movies, by the way. Totally
Aye,
different movies.
so
man.
different. So different. But
Going to get Stallone and Schwarzenegger up the tables, where I'm going to just chop Arnie's feet off at the shins, stick them onto Stallone, put Stallone's wee feet onto Arnold's legs, man.
like the Bionic Man. Oh, but
Hello, I'm Sean Archer. Get out of here. Die.
Man Stallone shouting, "Get to the chopper."
Aye.
Oh.
Just did a lot of that, man. So
Aye, but
it was, I'm saying 96, mate. It's 97. This was released in the UK. Forgetting it was made in 96, released
aye.
97 in the UK, November time. It was derived from a show called FBI. Don't know anything about that.
Nah, never heard it. Because that's apparently this inspired an Asian
Animation.
film. It inspired an Asian film called Internal Affairs or something like that. Which that film then inspired The Departed. See, to make it for
Yes.
American audiences, sort of thing. So effectively, Face Off won an Oscar.
So I tell you what, there's a lot of inspiring going on there. A lot of inspiration in the room.
It's a body of work of inspiration.
I was going to text you during the week to say, on Rocky, we never said that once. And we never said baby or fast body or what like that, man. I was proud as much as I was disappointed.
I've got bloody t-shirts to sell.
I know. We'll get the merch one day, mate. So, as you said there, Michael Douglas was executive producer, John Woo directed. My favourite John Woo film, to be honest with
Aye. It's definitely...
you. It's like Broken
standard.
Arrow, but...
Aye. Broken Arrow's more on like, nostalgic purposes for me, but see, this is the better film. In my opinion, anyway. Because I do like, see, his first one as well. Is it Hard Boiled? I like that, not the first time I've seen it. I've not seen that in years, right enough, so it could have aged.
Well, hard target, mate.
Aye, hard target, hard boiled. That's a film about an egg.
I knew you were joking there about that. Oh, that was cracking. Sorry, mate, my head's scrambled.
Oh,
Do-do-do-do.
oh, fucking
Right.
shell.
Moving swiftly on. So, obviously, as we've alluded to, it's starring Nicolas Cage as Castor Troy, John Travolta as Sean Archer, Gina Gershon as Sasha, Dominique Swain, Jamie, Joan fucking Allen as Eve. And we'll be talking about Eve. Don't you fucking worry, we'll be talking about Eve. And then I stopped at Alessandro Nivola as Pollox. There's quite a vast cast, to be honest with you,
Aye, it's a vast cast. I mean, aye. There's- aye, but the cast works. Everybody's plays a part and acts well, in
Yeah.
my opinion, anyway. Aye,
Everybody. Very aye.
aye, 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 mate, aye.
Aye.
But,
We'll see about that, will we?
but
It was nominated for one Oscar, wasn't it? For Best Sound
aye,
Editing. But it did
aye.
win two ASCAPs. One ASCAP and two ASCAP. That's what it's called. That's the initials. I don't know what it stands for. ASCAP. And two Saturn Awards. So it got an ASCAP. Got a wee hat for his bum. Oh,
Fucking hell, man,
delightful.
it's so childish.
I know. How'd you get on with that movie there, John? Ah, yeah. Wee ASCAP for it. Oh, keep your arse. Yeah. Covered in the rain and that, isn't it?
It keeps the sun out the crack there.
Oh, nothing like a burnt arse crack, I'll tell you that.
Keeps the sun out my brown eye. Like,
I'll not be winking at the sunshine, I'll tell you. Oh dear. How did it do in the box office, Chris?
mate, oh, stupendously well. Well, for what I gathered, the budget was $80 million, and it made 246 million back,
Aye,
which
give or take
is a
300
healthy
grand.
return. Aye,
No bad, is it?
it's a
Not
healthy
bad.
return. You can see why there's a possible sequel getting bounded about. I think it was last spoke about in 2000 and 2021 was the last time it was spoke about.
Is it a sequel or a reboot?
I don't
Because
know.
I've seen conflicting stories, and the reboot's meant to be fucking there's aliens involved in it, grafting human skin onto them and all that. Oh, let's get on. No,
Nah,
doing
just
that.
leave it alone and write a different film. But see what that is? That's to get see everybody that likes this film. They all go, "Oh, Face Off 2." That way they've got arse in seats right away before instead of trying to punt something brand new. It's fucking does my nut in there.
It does. It does. It's lazy. It's putting something out there for the sake of putting something out there and trying to gain off a name or something. Do you know what I mean? Because it would need to be one hell of a script to be a follow up for the original characters or cast or whatever.
Aye. Aye. It was, if it would be a sequel, it would be trying to do the same idea but with different people. But then would you really care? Know what I mean? Is it then Face Off again? It's not, it's just
No, it's how you're going to reboot the same story. It's going to be weird.
aye.
Face Off 2, Jamie's ass. Brilliant.
But see how we'll
So,
talk about the two actors, the duo and all that. I think Travolta and Cage works well.
oh,
And
aye.
just the way they decided how it was going to go, I think works as well. Because as much as I like John Travolta as a bad guy in films, right? Because I think he does it well. I can't imagine Nicolas Cage as a bad guy. He just
Oh,
doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't seem like a bad guy to me, mate.
I'm not well. That's just it's subjective, I suppose, because I think this is. I think he plays a cracking psycho when he's in his own face, when he's in his own skin. Just that whole
Aye.
opening gambit when he's at the convention centre putting the bomb in the rocket and he's dressed as a priest. See that wee dancing by the choir and all that, man? Fuck you. Great. It's Stone doing that.
Aye.
It's amazing. And
Aye.
he's a Larry bastard.
Aye. Aye, it's just I don't know if it is, well, see, this is one of the films I like John Travolta for. Know what I mean? It's because, like I says, I do like him as a bad guy. Like this, Broken Arrow, Swordfish. Know what I mean? He just
Aye. Well, you're
see, they just the
talking
wee
about.
drop of the eyebrows. Aye, he's just
Oh, aye. It's good. Talking
menacing.
about Nicolas Cage. You don't see him as a villain, but he didn't see himself as a villain because he turned it down, didn't he? To start with, because he didn't want to play the villain.
Aye,
It just says here, cited the lack of interest in playing the villain. However, once he was told that he would actually be playing a hero as well for the majority of the film, he quickly signed on.
aye. Well, this is the man that was almost Superman, so he's got a bit of goodness in him.
Oh, aye. He's got a lot. He's got a big heart, the boy.
Aye.
Big heart, and that sparrow chest.
Oh, aye. But it's a good. It's good. The two of them play well off each other, and like shortly after, like the switch has been revealed, is probably one of my favourite parts of the film. But it's just, aye, it's
As the guys as actors as well, it was kudos to them that 2 weeks before filming they spent that fortnight more or less staying together, didn't they? Learning off
aye.
each other, their mannerisms, their actions, their wee quirks and stuff like that. And it fucking definitely paid off, didn't it?
Because I watched an interview with me, John Travolta talking about it, and he says he had an easier time of doing it because obviously Mr. Cage talks a certain way and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was just it was easier for him to do it, sort of thing.
I suppose he'll say that, but I'm sure Cage thought, I mean, it's a brilliant challenge. I would think if you were an actor, for somebody to sit this script in front of you and go, this is you're playing two parts. You're playing totally different ends of the spectrum, from Psycho to FBI, Family Guy, Agent. You know what I mean?
Aye,
Great, man.
aye, it's brilliant, man. It's like he says, because right, Castor's a bad guy, right? So he was never going to learn anything different when he took care of like Archer's life. But see the other way about, I actually think Archer became a more softened person for living through Castor's life because he's always obviously aye,
100% agree with you, mate. And we'll probably maybe discuss some of the things why, but and on the flip side of that, Castor shows a couple of human moments as well in Sean's body, like with Jamie and all that, looking after her, batting the boyfriend and all that kind of
aye.
stuff. So it's really weird. I just want
Talking
to.
about battling the boyfriend. Fucking hell, man. Art imitates life.
Aye, he deserved that.
Oh, fucking hell, man. If obviously we don't know, it's that. What's his name again? I don't know, not saying his fucking name anyway, but that wee cunt for is it the 70s show? I might just get done for being a bit of a fucking rapist anyway. He played the boyfriend and got a fucking scheme booting.
Aye, 20 years before it was due.
Yeah.
Can't remember his name again. He's not even credited on IMDb, so they've taken him off. So that shows you everything you need to know about the wee shite. You know what I mean? Taking off his credit. But it's a great scene. That a great scene.
Aye.
I mean,
Aye. No, I was like, I completely forgot about that bit, and I was like, what? Fucking hell. No, I mean, just you never know the
some of
minute.
your favourite
You never
scenes,
know the
mate.
minute.
He's a couple of them anyway.
Oh, well, it's got to be as soon as like Castor has taken out Archer's like life sort of thing. So see just that whole bit where he's driving into where Archer stays and he doesn't know the house, and he comes out and he's like, Eve, I hate to see you go, but I love to see you leave. See, and he does all that, just the elms. Oh,
I, I love to see you leave. I'd be fucking delighted to see her leave anywhere. And I'd have drove right by her, right to the end of that street, right into the fucking ocean. I'd have drove.
oh, mate.
Telling you.
But it is, mate. It's just he goes into the house, mate. See when he's reading the diary and all that, and obviously Archer's love life has went down the toilet, and he's going, "Oh, what a loser." Because see when he's driving into the wee suburban house, he's and all that, he's like, "Oh, I may never get a hard on again."
Aye. Oh my god, I'm in hell.
Oh, aye. And he goes in and he walks into Jamie's room and he goes, "Ah, the plot thickens." It's just fucking, it's superb, man. It's just, oh, I can't get in it, man. Just a total change of character. And it's played, what is it? James Brown. Papa's got a brand new bag, so it's just all there, mate. It's fucking superb.
That's the song I
Oh.
used on the socials. Bit of James Brown,
Oh.
because when he walks out of Jamie's room after saying Papa's got a brand new bag and he's this typical John Travolta, just wee dance, which is pretty cool, man. I wrote that
mate,
down.
it's
Very cool.
mate, it's like see Spider-Man 3 when Peter Parker's got the venom on him, mate, and he's just a pure change attitude. Mate, that is what it's like. Even though that's pure cringe, see, this works. You know what I mean? Because you just know he's he's like a fox in a hen house sort of thing. Know what I mean? He just shouldn't be there. It's
Like
superb, man.
qu'est-ce que c'est? Ba, 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 ba. I mean, a good song as well.
Oh,
He's another
brilliant,
one.
man. Oh, it would need to be, see when the FBI raid Dietrich's, see just that, mate, just action, the whole. Like, it wasn't until again I watched this last night as well. See one of the goons that's there as well, the wee guy with the goatee. He's the cop that gets tortured in Reservoir Dogs.
Is he?
Aye, I didn't clock it last night. Which was I kind of went like, I know, because see, obviously when they're chasing Castor at the start, and an FBI guy gets his ear shot off, I was like, that happened to you. That happened to you.
So the same year.
Oh, aye, but the raid on the Dwights, I think it's just brilliant, man. Just again, absolute carnage.
It's on a long time, didn't it?
Aye, and I get well, which is another interesting fact to this as well. You see the wee boy Adam when he's listening to Over the Rainbow. Apparently, John Woo paid for that out of his own pocket because the studio didn't want to pay for it. So it was like, all right, and I'll do it myself because I feel this is integral to the story. It's like, because it was,
Definitely.
I think that was
it's
part
a
of Hard
beautifully,
Target as well. Aye,
aye, beautifully written, beautifully shot scene. Like the innocence of babes, and amongst all this carnage, slow motion, somewhere over the rainbow, and then the illumination of the Wayne just sitting. Picture of
aye,
innocence and this utter devastation, man.
aye, mate, it's good, man. It's just, and then I like the big guy that plays Dietrich. What's his name? Cassavetes or something, I think his name is.
His name is Nick Cassavetes.
Aye. Oh, mate. I like that guy, I know, mate, because he was the big guard and see the Eddie Murphy and Mark Lawrence for him. Life.
Right, aye.
He was a big guard in that, mate. Just it's
Seen that in a while.
true. I would again another fact about this. See after that guy get cast, he shaved his hair right off before they started filming. On a whim. Know what I mean? So everybody was like, oh,
Tell you what, he fucking shoots it. Because every
aye.
picture you see him now, with hair and a beard and all that, you're like, oh. Is that the same guy? Is that him?
Aye.
He's
Oh,
proper 90s cool, man. And
aye.
this.
Aye, look, pure Lex Luthor. But how about you, mate? Have you got any standout scenes?
The very first meeting, uh, because obviously between the two of them, Sean in the prison after they've had their faces swapped, because Sean thinks, yes, I've just got the location off of Pollox. I want to see the fucking warden. Hey, hey, hey. And then that big dick guard says you've got a visitor. And then it's the slow motion of the door opening and just seeing his self coming in. And then that whole gambit is when the characters both change in front of one another. It's so good, so well done.
Aye.
See anything I like?
Aye.
You're going to be in here for the next 100 years.
Oh, mate, it's just brilliant, man. I see the way he goes like that. Oh, ain't you good looking?
You
Aye.
says, anyway, look, I must go. I've got a huge government job to abuse and a wife at home to fuck. What is this? Oh, no, sorry. Make love.
Oh, super, man. Yeah, you got a lot of time for John Travolta. It's just, especially when he's a baddie, because it must be so removed from his normal self that he just
Aye.
gets to go kind of all out bad.
Definitely. Because he's Mr. Clean Cut in the old real life, apparently, with a Scientology and the like.
Aye,
Although I don't know if he's been
mate.
mentioned on a certain list that's came to light. I'm not sure about that yet. The other
Aye,
thing I really like, mate, is the whole everything to do with the prison. Everything to do with him getting into the prison, breaking out of the prison, interacting in the prison. I just think it's cracking. It's like taking pure away from society, and the first fight with Mr. Bov's in there, and then
aye,
the whole getting taken the riot, then he gets taken to the shock thing on the fight, then they're taken to the shock therapy, wakes Mr. Bov up. There's a bit of camaraderie with the inmates, because you forget again that he's somebody else in this body. He's a good guy, and he still tries to save him for falling and all that. And realizes that the guards are bastards as well, and it's not
aye,
just all black and white. But
aye. It's like I
kind
say,
of
it's corroding away at Archer's character. You know what I mean? Because like, don't get me wrong, you see at the start of the film, obviously his son gets killed, and that's kind of battled him. But he's just a pure wank. You know what I mean? Like,
aye, is a prick into his team.
aye, you eventually get the bad guy, and they all start clapping and all that, and then even then, he can't even take the win. You know what I mean? He's just like, this is to all the guys that didn't fucking make it and all that. Look, easy, a shower of bastards, get back to your job. You know what I mean?
Aye.
And
What about
that's
Anderson and Dominguez and Pascal? Fuck off, mate. Listen,
aye.
don't bring your donuts out. Don't even bring your donuts out. Hell, put him back in the boat. Put him back. We'll get him after. He's fucking. You know what I mean?
Cancel that bouncy castle for fuck's sake. But it's just, aye.
Oh,
Oh.
don't release the banner. Don't release the banner.
Cancel
There
the
is
flyover. Cancel the fucking flyover.
cancel the hookers and the kegs, dude. There's some.
Aye.
You mentioned it, the opening gambit, right? The credit scene. Fucking very melancholy. It's. I've wrote it down here. Batman vibes.
Mate,
Bugs of shit. We don't need it.
it's aye. It's the pure age of innocence stuff, isn't it? But
See, in fact, see if I
aye.
seen a father acting like that with a Wayne
Well,
on a
this
carousel,
is
I'd be phoning the authorities.
this is our introduction to the face wipe thing. That's the first time we see it. This ah Like a cat pawing at you.
I've got such a huge problem with that, mate. I was watching it, getting angry the more I seen it, because as we know, it becomes more prominent in the last 25 minutes of the movie. It happens every fucking 3 seconds, just because about just pawing people. Then his daughter does it, I know, when he brings the wee boy home at the end of the night.
Oh,
You were a wee cow
as if
half an hour ago.
that wee boy hasn't been traumatized enough. You know what I mean? He's been in a gun battle. His mom's just croaked it, and now he's in a stranger's house. And then the next thing, they're touching him like a fucking iPad. Like, swipe up, swipe up. Will you fuck off?
Oh, yeah, I'm no touchscreen. Get the fuck. Touch me with that horn again, I'll kick your buzz. That wee boy's going to end up drowning cats and stuff, isn't he, man?
He's like, fucking my dad was an international terrorist. I was on my way to getting millions, and now I'm out here getting fucking touched like a touchscreen. You know what I mean?
Huh?
Fucking
So
mate, and then
there's that.
it's but apparently it's called the love touch, which didn't make it any better. It's to say like I love you sort of thing. Like nothing says I love you like catching your bottom lip and drying it out like
Mate, that sounds like something Boyle would hit out with in 9-9. It's a love touch. You heard yourself saying that? I didn't know that. That's kind of frightened me a bit.
oh mate, it's just stand there the now. There was, there was no toilet paper in there. Like, what the fuck did you
Oh,
just do to me there? Like, it's a love touch. It's a love touch.
aye.
Oh, aye.
When we'll all sit around the dinner table and everybody turn to their right and do it to each other. Oh, aye, I've got a huge problem with it, and it's getting fucking
Mate, I don't know.
banned.
I don't know if it is. Let's see later as the film goes on. How how do I know that you're who you say you are? So I don't know if they had to make up something shite like that, but turn around and say something like fucking. Oh, I remember that night we were out and you had that dodgy curry and you'd shite up your back. Mind that night? No, I mean, no this. Fuck. Oh.
That's so cringy. I'm just shuddering every time I seen it. So that annoyed me. The opening gambit annoyed me. And him walking through the door at the end with the Wayne annoyed me. Because just that fucking Eve. She's 41 when she's filming this, or 40. And she dresses like a 67-year-old librarian. Do you know what I mean? It's just staying on and no matter retire.
Aye.
Huge problem. But it's just hear a car door shutting. And then it's a silhouette in slow motion. I know. Silhouette him in slow motion. Walking by the windows. So when she gets to the door, right, and it's all hazy and hush, he should be at the door when she opens it, but he's not.
Aye. He's pressed against the wall that way a gun. This is a raid.
Aye, I was just waiting. I'm going, keek.
Oh, mate, it's funny, man. Aye, you're right about the Eve thing. Like, she does. Because again, I remember see as like a wee boy like watching this, and I'm going, what age is she supposed to be? Is that the gran? Know what I mean? She just seemed older than like John Travolta in it. Know what I mean? And it was just, and then I actually read that John Woo fought to get her in this because the studio wanted like a younger woman in there, but he wanted somebody that could appear to be like a stepmom. And I'm going, hey, hey.
Do you know, I suppose we should be the bigger people and say that she's playing a part that she's been written for, right? Get that.
Aye.
But she's a fucking ball breaker in it. She's just a door-face cow. But obviously she's going through the same shit he's been through, and they don't talk, and the relationship's suffering. their daughter's acting out and all that. So I can get that. I can't take her at all, man. I just can't go. I
Yeah.
say, when she comes down that stair, I'd have just kept driving right into the fucking ocean. Get away from
right,
in a
right
cravat.
into a watery grave. Oh,
I suppose it was only a matter of time before you forgot where we stayed. Is that right, hen? See you and your fucking wardrobe full of neckerchiefs. Get the fuck out my house. Papa's got a brand new bag. I'm going to make it out of your skin. A poor skin.
oh my God, man. It's just, aye. And, right, I get the whole thing, like it's like a failing marriage, right? But see when Castor's on the show, right? I mean, he's going to be been into some seriously deviant fucking acts in the bedroom, right? And she kind of went, well, put some lead in your pencil. You know what I mean?
Thought of that exact same thing. So you're trying, oh, how am I called a peach now? And I was like, so did they swap willies? Not that, I know. I don't
Aye,
know.
that's what I'm thinking. It's just, she's going, oh, fucking.
Same pubic haircuts and the like. You know, I don't know.
Shaved into the
It's,
shape of a love heart.
I know. It's quite funny. He just starts coming out with whips and all that. She's like, Sean, Dane. Starts hitting her with pool cues and all that. Fucking biting that.
So I'm talking about, he's like,
Donkey punch.
get the candle wax. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Aye. I know, donkey punches her.
Oh, mate, I'm just, because that's what she says it all. Obviously, when it all comes out in the washing, that that Archer, like Castor has been Archer now, and she's like, John, I'm not a cow, right? But we've been living as man and wife for the past couple of weeks.
And he
He's had me boragged in every room.
Aye. He instantly gives her a pass, even though she's no slept with him in fucking over 2 months, know what I mean?
Aye, like
But,
fucking. Oh,
these
mate.
are how men's minds work watching these films, people.
Oh, fucking hell, man. It's just very, very peculiar. And then the other way about. Uh,
Aye, I'd have been like that. Oh, did you? I'm going to. What's that Sasha's number? Hello? Oh, darling.
mad Sasha.
Aye.
Because she's wanting Castor, isn't she? She's wanting him right back. Like, oh, come here, son.
Aye.
Kept his clothes and
Quite,
everything.
quite funny how she used that moment to reveal that that was his son.
Aye.
Weird, man. And it kind of just all synced in and stuff. Whereas Sean Archer wouldn't have known if Castor knew that already or no, but it kind of worked out, which was pretty good. Some of the action stuff, mate. John Woo also loves a big bang and all that, didn't he? But
Aye.
I noticed he didn't do explosions for explosion's sake in this, because the very first one I liked was the helicopter with Sean in it, stopping the aeroplane for taking off and stuff. And then even though it was right into a hangar, it doesn't fucking
Explode.
have a mushroom cloud after it. Just as a big crash, and it was well done, man.
Yep. Aye. Because I don't think you only start getting the fire bombs at the end, don't you? With the boat chasing that. Aye. But
It's amazing.
aye, the fact that that was done practically as well is superb. Like, you can't say enough about stuntmen and all that. They just don't get the credit they deserve. But if there's the action is good, right? And I like see the whole diving about with a gun, both guns akimbo and all that. Know what I mean? I'm all for that. There's only one bit that I laughed at, and I'm going, that is ridiculous. See the bit in the church where the shoot has started, Nicolas Cage does like a dive roll mid-air to shoot, and I'm going, that's the most unnecessary thing I have ever seen.
See, just at the most unnecessary thing you've ever seen is just before it. He's obviously standing at the altar, and Thingy comes in at his back. And when he pulls his gun and turns around and shoots, he does another pirouette and shoots again. What are you pirouetting for?
Aye. It's just, I like the whole diving about and everybody. I like that, but that was just, it was next level ridiculous for me, mate, because it's a diving spin on the spot for because it changed no angle. If anything, it made the shot harder. You know what I mean? And he's not
They're
getting
just
shot at,
wasting.
so he's no reason to do it either. It's just,
They're just wasting bullets at this point, man. But
no. But
it's
see that
kinda
whole bit in the church. You've got a standoff. You've got a gun shootout. You've even got white doves. That's how cool it is, mate. It's just it's tailor made just to be so cool and sleek.
Aye. They're at the funeral, and he's walking up the beach in slow motion with the doves flying across him, and he doesn't get in there and make a public show of himself. He gets down on his knees and there's a wee prayer and all that, and a wee blessing himself first of all, and waits till everybody's going away. But I tell you what, that's another thing. Lazaro's funeral, Victor's Lazaro's funeral, he was dead and buried in less than a day. What's going on there?
Don't know, mate. I don't know. I don't know.
He still had carpet burns for falling in the office when they put me in that coffin, man.
Oh, mate.
It raggled my brain where we'd watched him, that Lazaro, that actor, and it was
Aye.
Saving Private Ryan.
Aye.
Couldn't think it. I had to look it up eventually, and I was like, so it was, man.
Aye.
He's a guy to go and get that boy home. Starts quoting Lincoln, didn't he, and all that?
Aye. But aye, it's the action. Like, you kind of feel John Woo when it comes to action in films. It's everything you want and more. It's brilliant.
That's really good. See, the other thing, great son, maybe. Die. Hope that's coming through the mic. Die.
Oh, mate. It's super fun.
See, I know when eventually at the end and all that, and, like Archer's still in Castor's body at the end, and they all come in and go, "Hey Archer, what'd you call me?" As if they all know, no, it's all fine. See, when he gets into the helicopter, his wife, "We're getting the top surgical team in from DC."
Aye.
Aye. The top surgical team in. Fuck off.
Aye. See, that always kind of bugged me when I seen this as well, because I was like, these people that done this in the first place were the only people that done it. Know what I mean? The only people that could do this, make this happen, all this, and then the next thing, we're going to get the top surgeons in to fix you, son. Don't you worry yourself like
Aye.
that.
Innovative technology eradicated for history, the annals of history, in a fire.
Aye.
But
Oh.
hey, we're going to get the top surgical team in here. See the ones that done this, think they were good. Wait to see this mob. They're coming in. Oh, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do a bit for you, mate.
See,
Oh,
I'd say that as well, talking about the whole surgery thing and all that. See when Castor wakes up and he's not got a face. See that whole bit, he's in the shadows and seeing he's not got a face and all that. You know, that heavy reminded me of when see Jack Nicholson and Batman.
aye.
See when he first gets the smile and he's like, show me. Because obviously Nicolas Cage has got that mad laugh that he realises he's not got a face. You know what I mean? And it's all shadows and you're not seeing anything. That was good. Well done, man.
It was brilliantly done. The less you see, the better it is, I think. And it culminates in the reflection half of like the guy's specs, which is great. But then you're right, because see when he's talking, and obviously you can't see him, he's no lips. So
Aye.
as he's talking like that, as if he's got no lips, I was trying to straight
Aye.
to feel on the phone. That's clever, that.
See, they're like, I know, I was going to ask you, but Tommy Flanagan's in this, right? Chibs and Sons of Anarchy. What's your favourite line he has in this?
Tommy Flanagan?
Aye.
I don't know. Can't remember.
Aye, because he doesn't say anything.
Aye, well, there we go.
He just
like that.
shows up with just a henchman like that.
Aye.
Just
Was
horny
that
people
then?
things.
I watched this in Disney. Maybe there's a scene I'm missing or something, but no, you're right.
Oh.
Good work if you can get it, that, innit?
Talk about lines anyway. Have you got any favourite lines for it?
Aye, I've got a few, mate. I've got a few. They're all casters. Every one of
Aye.
them is Castor. Done by John Travolta, probably. But I've got a few here. I'll pick one. Even when he says to Jamie, right off the bat, after the bat on the boyfriend, if you dress like Halloween, ghouls will try and get in your pants. And then when they're having the back and forth, the shootout, he says, I don't know what I hate wearing worse, your face or your body. I mean, I enjoy boning your wife, but let's face it, we both like it better the other way, yes? So why don't we just trade back? You can't trade back what you're taking from me.
Oh, brilliant, man.
What about you?
I
I know what you're going to say. You're going to do a district one.
no, mate. I didn't do him, mate. Mine's not all casting at all. Obviously, when the wee doctor gets pulled in and he says to Castor, he's like, what do you want? And he goes, take one goddamn guess. He's no face, mate. It's fucking superb.
Aye.
And
I
then,
know. What do you want? A doner kebab. You fucking dick. You know what I mean?
and the bit he goes to see Eve in the hospital. And after she obviously tells him a lie, fucking, she goes, lies, mistrust, and mixed messages. This is turning into a real marriage.
It's class, isn't it?
Aye.
Absolutely class. You just imagine all the guys that took their women to the cinema, got turned around. Fucking, see? Look at Enos.
Mate, and see, there's a wee throwaway one, right? I think it just needs a special mention. See when Nicolas Cage has got John Travolta and a he'd look, and Jamie's pointing a gun at them, and obviously Jamie shoots Nicolas Cage, and John Travolta gets up and he goes, "No daughter of mine with a shot so wide."
That's right. It's quite funny.
Mate.
See that stand-off noise like that? Listen to my voice. Listen to my voice. And then fucking Castor's getting choked, going, use your eyes, Jamie. Use your eyes.
Getting heavy jab on the hut. Oh.
I was thought you were going to do Mad Dietrich going, no more drugs for that man.
Oh mate, aye. Oh mate, there's a. It's, I know how we do my favourite character in the film, but it's Castor for me off the bat because he's just again I like my bad guys, so he's just a total bad guy. He's brilliant and he's funny with it. Know what I mean? It's the total fuck you. I'm going to do what I'm going to do attitude. It's just
Sociopath, isn't he?
aye, it's superb, mate. It's oh, it's just everything he does, man. Everything he does. It's just the wee mannerisms and all that. Just I can't get that bit, but just See when Eve's leaving the house and he's doing that with his arms.
It's wanted to give a special mention to Jamie's ass, because back then Jamie's only 2 years younger than me, so back then I was allowed to enjoy her ass. But the lassie's she's no matured. Nice at all. Poor woman. God bless you, hen. You're probably lovely. But see that scene where Castor, as Sean, sees her for the first time. Oh, the plaid thickens. And then you have Something I Crave. Remember the first time I seen that? He's moving into her and he's leaning there. I was like, that's going to be so wrong, man. In a daddy suit, if he does it to her, but he reaches for the smokes. And then just kind of, it ends kind of jovial, as I said earlier, with it. Pap's got a brand new bag. Oh.
See, Pollox in this. He's a wee weirdo, isn't he?
Why, brother? Why do you talk like that? I nearly brought up my tiramisu.
Because even when he gets jailed at the start, he goes, "Gas!"
Oh, you've reminded me of one of the cringiest rang bits in this whole film, and it's just one word, and it's when Sean gets into his own house, and he just looks at home.
I know, mate.
All right, Luke Skywalker.
To me, that's what I said to myself. I went, fucking hell. I want Tatooine now.
That is the most. That's an insulting, but that insulted me, because it's as if John Woo says, "Okay, I want the people to know you're in your own house. You need to let them know they're not going to work this out for themselves." There they are. Home.
Mate, it's just, aye. I've special mention to the wee guy that was playing Pollox, man, because he's just, obviously he's built the bomb and all that, and you know that's his wee job. Know what I mean?
Bola even. Aye.
Like, Castor's the face. He's the wee fucking cliquey weirdo fucking. Aye.
He's a kind of challenged genius, isn't he? But that's a good backing for it when he goes into the releases them and then they're talking. And he says, look, now I'm not the only one, you're not the only one with the brains in this organisation. And he says, but I'm the only one now with the looks. Touche. Says that like bloody Wayne at a Wayne's World. Touche.
But when you mentioned the boat chase, mate, at the end, the big finale, I
think it's great.
Superb. Aye.
So well done. Again, it's a vast body of water that they're doing the chase in, but they're still getting awfully close to other boats. Still whizzing by.
There always has to be a certain amount of jeopardy in a chase, know what I mean?
Aye. Of course.
It's a bit, the body count, this is when the body count starts spiralling, but doesn't it? Because
definitely.
Castor, he takes out the whole lifeguards and everything.
Yeah, it's brutal, isn't it? That is brutal when he takes out the full life boat full of Pollox. And then chase again, like the anchor. That fucking anchor hits you, it's off in you in two, man.
Aye. I mean, it's just the whole, see the stunts and everything they've done as well. Well, obviously, the boat going through the lifeguard boat and all that, and just the explosions left and right, and then obviously that stunt guy see the side of the boat, he's standing on his feet, just skimming after the water, mate. It's just, and the way it just pans out, man, you're like, this is fucking yes.
He's got to have lost a bit of skin off his arse there, I know, man. Fucking, that looks sore. Just getting dragged about 40 mile an hour outside of a boat. And even the stunts breaking out the prison with the helicopter and the jumps, explosions there. Amazing. There's a cracking bit as well, seeing the house, when the police raid Dietrich's house. and it's all slow motion, and Sasha's running about with a shotgun. She just turns around and shoots this Pollox, and he goes about 3 feet in the air. Fucking brilliant. It was like the start of
Aye.
Rocky 3 last week when he uppercuts that guy, and he like goes into orbit. You know what I mean? Brilliant, man.
Aye. Actually, they're starting that as well. See, obviously, when the copper comes down in a zip line, and the next thing, Archer boots him out the window. See, that's a lot of trust in that and all. Because I'm going through this window here, and the next thing, the rope doesn't work.
Aye. See when you come back, you're getting a sore face. You know what I mean?
Aye, but it's just aye. Well, it's all been done practical because they didn't want to use any CGI, and I think that's what it helps this film as well. Because see, if it would have been CGI, it's another one of them. You go, oh, that's fucking poor. Know what I mean?
Exactly. You're right, mate. That's exactly what helps it. Because I've already alluded to the fact that the most unbelievable bit is the face transplant itself. Everything else out with that is 100% perfectly plausible. Do you know what I mean? Even when they go flying off the boat at the end and land on the beach, it's all right. They're up in the air and they've crashed, but they land on sand, wet sand. Do you know what I mean? So they're still
Aye.
alive, and then they
Aye.
still get that wee last battle on the sand, man, which is pretty decent as well, isn't it?
Aye. It's just pure. It's no fancy kung fu stuff. It's just brutal. Know what I mean? Getting slashed at with a shard of exploded metal. It was just and then harpooned. Ready for the big ride, baby, are we?
Aye, you still get the wherewithal to stop the fucking harpoon getting in, grabbing the mechanism. And then, look, this is going to go, but no before I'm going to tear your face up. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Every time you look in the mirror, see my face.
Aye. Yeah, it is, mate. It's pure like Batman Joker vibes in it. Just,
Aye.
I'm going to get the last laugh. Because see, as
definitely.
well, mate, I don't know if Castor is actually dead. You can,
He's still singing.
He's still singing while he's harpooned. And then here's the whole thing. Why have they put him in the ambulance beside him? Know what I mean? Which makes me think he's still alive.
Aye. Another one of the comas that worked so well the first time.
And I wonder if that is where the sequel comes in. They're still, but I don't know.
Probably right, mate. It was quite funny as well, talking about another bit of trivia. I wrote down it was Nicolas Cage's birthday on set. Did you read that?
No.
So John Woo, he let Cage get emotionally charged for a scene, right? So it took Cage a good while to get into this like frame of mind to do a scene, and then before they pressed action, John Woo surprised him, happy birthday, and gave him a cake. And Cage was pure annoyed because he'd get into this fucking mindset, and he says to John Woo, "Don't do that again." Could have ruined the whole moment. Do you know what I mean? It was quite funny.
Superb, man. But it's just, I mean, it's pure 90s action. No, I mean, and it seemed to be a lot of action sci-fi things through the 90s. It seems to have been more prevalent in the 90s than it was any other, like, know what I mean? Decade.
See, if you didn't know who the director was, there's a lot of these films that you'd have said were the same kind of director. I mean, John Woo and was it Michael Bay done The Rock?
Mm.
Aye,
yep.
Kind of same vibes off that, and not just because of Nicolas Cage, and get Con Air and all that as well, and Broken Arrow, the Lethal Weapons. There's a muchness about them, but that's what we wanted. We just didn't want to think about plots, and just wanted a good old fashioned see who's going to win this battle kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Good versus evil. But aye. Look, the whole film, mate, it's just superb. The acting for Dato. Good bad guy, good guy. It's it's got everything. Love it.
Well, see, for the plot to kind of, you thought it was going to be all about this bomb, that dissipates very quickly, and it's just a good old fashioned revenge thing. And it's about
Aye.
him wanting to appease the death of his son, and him hating Sean Archer because he's ruining his fucking empire, and they hate one another. Vendetta, like, they just fucking hate one another. And it's
Aye.
good old fashioned.
Because apparently as well, see the whole ending that we have ripped to bits, the fucking silhouette and all that shit. They filmed that because apparently John Woo wanted to leave it kind of open, like, is Eve going to accept Travolta back, sort of thing. Know what I mean? Can she get air? The whole, and I was like, nah, that would have been pish. As much as that last ending is pure fairyland fucking pish, know what I mean? But
No less we Adam. Is it Adam, the wee boy's name is?
aye, Adam.
Grows up, finds out that he's killed his father. Gonna do you.
And wipes fucking toxic waste on his horn before doing that.
Aye. Big industrial glove on. There you go. Took your face off. Ah,
Nah.
got your
Aye.
nose.
Aye.
So what's your ratings, mate? Out of 10 for John Woo's
I'll get a
Face Off.
solid 8. A solid 8.
Solid 8, mate. That's what I had on my IBMD. And I've since dropped it to a 7. Well, because I just think it's a solid 7's solid for me. I don't mind a 7 at all. Just a couple of things really grated on me with age, and it was the hand thing, Eve, and that was probably it, which was a bit shit to mark it doing a full point on, but it's a great film. Love it. It won't be the last time I've watched it again. I think we've said everything about it. Maybe we can't say any more because I just think Cage and Travolta are just phenomenal.
It's one people need to watch. They need to watch it and just don't expect to be fucking moved or to have it be thought provoking. Know what I mean? Just fucking, because I've seen that with a lot of stuff recently. I know, like with the message, like doesn't need a fucking message. You sit down for about 2 hours, lose yourself in explosions and action, and then fucking go on with your life after it. That's what you do.
You're right. It doesn't need anything. It's just a good old fashioned shoot 'em out with a bit of like out there technology involved in it. It's great. Great.
Aye.
So a 7 and an 8, mate. That's not so bad.
Have you got a glass of weed in us, mate?
You have, so on you go.
Chipped.
Chipped. I'd thought of that. Aye. So I will stick with that, mate. Chipped. That's good. There's nothing else I can think of. So, out your face. You're out your face, mate. So there we go. Great, mate. That was a good film you picked. It really was. I'm trying to think of anything else I can just say before we go, and I can't. What's your that's it. What's your plans for the rest of the day?
Well, I think I'll walk the dog again before the rain comes on, and then it's just a case of farting about. See what takes me. I'll end up on that PlayStation again, just handing out fucking justice.
Street justice. Aye, when the PlayStation to the soccer ball comes on later.
Aye, but nah, I think that's it. Aye. Oh, aye. Have you picked up our next project? Our next viewing pleasure?
Yeah, I'm juggling, mate. I'm juggling. Because I've got an animation one there, but I've got a cracking comedy one there. and then I've got a cracking sci-fi one that I want to do as well. So I'm going to make a decision before we log off, and I'm going to say we are going to do Rogue One.
Oh,
Rogue One, from the Star Wars franchise. We'll obviously talk about it when we do it, but it's best outside the fucking trilogy as far as I'm concerned.
aye.
Great film. Apart from Boar Gully, apart from that, but it's good. So we'll do that next week, mate. Rogue One. Thank you, everybody, again this week for tuning in, liking, sharing, leaving your comments. Share us with your pals, share us with your enemies. Obviously, we've told you where you can find us. You can find us in a 1937 British soldier box of rations that haven't been opened since the war. We'll be in there. You'll find us in there, mate. You'll find us in the toasty machine that's been in your kitchen cupboard since 1994 that you put in there for to use, and you've just forgot about it. We're in that toasty machine, mate.
We're in
We're
every
sky in your
George
eye.
Foreman drip tray.
Oh, all melted in that. Oh, because you've let the fat sitting it too long, it's melted. Oh dear. So that's us.
But
I am off to do the toilet before I do it in my pants. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a wee rolling sausage, wee rolling linkage.
linkage. Well, like I says, potentially I'll walk the dog and then we'll see what goes for there.
Are you up for Thursday night then? We've been asked on seismic soccer, haven't we?
I don't know, I'll think about it because I get quite animated and preachy when it comes to football. So
Aye, you just love leaving a wee bomb there and walking away. That's what
that's
you
it.
like,
And then the
Ted.
next thing, what do you fucking mean? Fuck up.
Aye. I know. You just look in the distance and you just turn around with a key because you've been at the wind up. But I'll dive on. I want to talk about a certain subject, which I think would make football over the world a bit better, but it will never happen because there's no money in it.
Aye, true.
Anyway, thank you very much again, everybody. Like,
Yes.
share, love, smash that like button.
Aye. Thank you and cheery bye.